Alrighty. Sound check. Please let me know if you can hear me well enough, if I should turn the music down more. I can certainly do that. Alright, I'm gonna... I wish I had two screens, you know? I would make it so that I could have your comments on one screen and one monitor, and I can read the comments there without it being in everybody's way, and then have another computer monitor that shows me the live stream. But alright, anyway. Tabitha is unfortunately very far from being finished what she thought she was going to have done before this live stream. Like myself, she often thinks, oh, you know, it'll be like 1, 2, 3, I'll be done when it comes to certain things. And then, you know, figure it out. Nope, that's not true at all. So, anyway, I hope you guys are all having a good Christmas. I am entirely unprepared, and I do apologize. Because, you know, things happen. Tabby is pretty redheads are a... Oh, okay, Tabby's pretty redheads are a handful, though. It says it's always sunny in... I don't know how to say that, Pahoa. You know, yeah, they are, but Tabitha is actually drama fucking free, because it seems she reserves all her drama for just venting about what she sees in politics, current events, and media, and all that kind of stuff. So for the most part, I am not the target of her ire, which is great. But, you know, I do enjoy her passions, though. You know, just not the destructive, negative, fuck yeah kind of passions. I don't get that from Tabby, which is great. Nor does she fucking do stupid fucking shit like so many women, especially when they're in their teens and their 20s, do. God damn it, women can be crazy. Whew. Okay. Have I come here to the end, or is... No, I mean, I'm just starting up. I'm taking too long to really get going here. I'm a little frazzled. I'm running around doing Christmas stuff and trying to do all this stuff. So, let's see here. What did I want to do here? That's the wrong thing. What am I doing? Oh, okay. All right, here we go. All right. Tabby, do you thing and Justin you bring it, brother? Oh, Tabby, do your thing and Justin you bring it, brother. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Paul 1776. Thank you for being with us once again. And hot retarded chicks, if you're still here. Thanks for being with us. Everybody else, Daniel Real Jr., everybody. So, let's start with... Ooh, I want to read this aloud to Tabby. I really do, because I don't think she knows about this. She's been too busy. So, but let's talk about this, okay? This is one of the two major things I wanted to talk about anyway. I think I need to turn the music up a little bit, though. Maybe. It's the Galactic Boogie, y'all. Okay. Antifa's scammed by their lawyer. They lost their lawsuit against Andy No and made their lawyer richer. What good communists they are, huh? You can see here the familiar face of the one, the only Luis Enrique Marquez of the Portland area Antifa. All right. And here he is with Melissa Claudio Lewis, who I like to refer to as Mom Jeans. On December 20th, 2021, two stooges lost some money and their lawsuit. You may remember Mom Jeans Melissa Claudio Lewis, the Antifa who happily filmed her comrades physically attacking unarmed innocent people and children in a park to prevent them from exercising their human rights to free association, to gather together in public to exercise their freedom of religion and freedom of speech, which is stochastic terrorism by definition. on August 7th, 2021. And what you're seeing here is the webpage version. I wrote this morning. And if you click on footnote number 1, it'll take you right here to Antifa targets and attacks of baby children and adults of mixed color. Who does Antifa actually attack? Number 20. And it's a written report and a video. You can read and or watch that. I kind of like interrupted my own run-on sentence. I'm going to back up just a... You may remember Mom Jean's Melissa Claudia Lewis, the Antifa who happily filmed her comrades physically attacking unarmed innocent people and children in a park to prevent them from exercising their human rights to free association, to gather together in public, to exercise the freedom of religion, freedom of speech, which is stochastic terrorism, on August 7th, 2021. With whom I've had some very funny communications. And then if you click on that, it'll take you to those communications. Who incriminates her comrades with her bungling blunders, and who, along with other Antifa, filed a lawsuit against journalist Andy No for, well, publicly sharing tweets that they publicly shared themselves. Yeah, I am serious. I seem to have lost, okay. Hey, is everybody still out there with me? Because I just got this little stupid notification that OBS screen recorder, which I'm using to stream, just lost signal. Paul Revere 1776, Justin, say I just enjoy her passions. Yeah, I certainly do. Alright, well anyway, hopefully you guys can still hear me. It's buffering. Alright, thank you, Tron. Oh. It's always sunny. I've never fought with or sparred a redhead. I don't think. Let me think. No, I don't think I have. In other words, men. You know, man, obviously. Well, I mean, that shouldn't be obvious. You could spar with a woman. And I have, actually. Yeah. When my ex-wife and we used to take Taekwondo lessons, and there are times where you get called up to spar against the opposite sex, and she and I sparred, which was pretty freaking silly. Oh, that was just silly. I mean, I couldn't hit her hard, and she just sucked, so that was just bad. Anyway, how am I sounding, everybody? 5 by 5 here. Choctaw Indian and Irish. I am Irish, French, small part Irish, French, and about really like half Sicilian. So I'm basically 1/4 Sicilian and 1/4 Northern Italian. Like my grandmother had blonde hair, blue eyes Italian, like that kind of Italian that lives up in the Alps Italian. Yeah. And then the other half of me is like French and a little bit Irish. And some Native American, some Iroquois Indians somewhere in there. Wrestling Tabby. No, I was talking about my ex-wife. I had to spar with her in Taekwondo. And it was just silly because, like, she was just so whippy that you can't... It's like trying to fight with a toddler. You just got to pretend like you're fighting, you know? All right, well, thank you, everybody. Let's plod on. All right, so basically, some Antifas, Melissa Claudia Lewis, Melissa Mom Jeans Lewis, this woman right here, see her? This is Antifa attacking some people in a park this past August. Here she is on Twitter, right? This woman right here and this woman right here. These are both Antifas. This is Morgan something or other, and this is Melissa. They both sued Andy No. You see, they put something on public, and then Andy No retweeted that stuff. And then they said, we're going to sue you, which is really weird. And then their lawyers said, yeah, we can take that to court if you pay me enough money. Yeah. And so they went to court. And basically what happened is he's predicting that, Andy No is going to sue them for recovery of his legal costs because this lawsuit is so frivolous. And it'll teach them a little bit of a lesson. And that's probably what's going to happen. I mean, that'd be really funny if that's what happened. But anyway, let me plot on with the way that I wrote the thing. I was saying I thought that these people, declare that property is theft, right? And intellectual property is still property. So, wait a minute, like, mine and other people can't share it? By the way, an Asian son of an immigrant couple can't share it? A gay man can't share it? Yeah. It's almost like these people aren't sincere in their beliefs, I thought that they believe the government, the U.S. government is fascist, but here they are trying to use the power of the state to deprive a person of their freedom to communicate. It's like they don't actually believe what they say. I thought they subscribed to identity LBG. TQIAAOMNLOPQPRSTUVZ. People to be members of marginalized groups. Right? I thought Antifa claims that they are needed to defend such people from the police and from fascists because the government doesn't do that because the government's fascist. It's almost like they don't realize that they're suing a gay Asian son of an immigrant. But I mean, golly, it's almost like they're hypocrites. Jesus. Well, anyone of at least average intelligence could have told them that they had no chance and would only waste money while making their lawyer richer. This ambulance chaser has no shame. Apparently, this lawyer is smart enough to scam these idiot Antifas, but too stupid to know that their reputation and their future is forever smudged with the obvious fact that they filed a frivolous lawsuit and that they had no chance of winning just to get some money from their marks. Their clients. Suckers. Antifa, Grace Morgan, apparently has not tweeted about this. I just looked about an hour ago. Nothing to tweet about this, unless she tweeted and deleted. But Mom Jeans Melissa has tweeted. Apparently, she's too stupid to realize that she's making a clown of herself by doing so. But anyway, backing up before this happened in court, while the lawsuit was still a thing, she tweeted this on December 10th. That's, 15 days ago. And she is quoting, Andy No's lawyer, who was quoted in the article by the Daily Beast here. And she didn't make that very clear. I first read this, and I'm like, the Daily Beast wouldn't write that. Okay, that's a quote within their article. So there you go. Quote, this lawsuit is Antifa agitprop masquerading as a copyright claim, disconnected from reality both in fact and in law. In a word, this lawsuit is frivolous. These claims are destined to fail again, and we look forward to that day. Unquote. Andy No's attorney. What is it? Well, anyway, we'll get to her name. In the above tweet, Melissa retweeted the following. You see, if you go to Twitter, I'll show you. If you go to Twitter, it doesn't look like that. It looks like that on my blog article there, my news article. And, but if you go to Twitter, if you actually view this in Twitter, you get this little picture here, link to the article. But, the other one has a link to the article too. It just doesn't display like this. But attached to this, I thought, should have been something. Let me see. What am I doing there? Well, apparently I messed something up, but she retweeted this, is what I'm basically saying here. She retweeted this, and check this out. See, she seems to think that this right here furthers her own legal argument. All right? This Chad Loader, he's tweeting, I have documented dozens of sustained DMCA takedowns. That's, against the policy of Twitter. Copyright something. Takedowns against Andy No for his repeated for-profit theft of copyrighted materials. I'm not sure where he gets the for-profit thing from. I mean, it's standard practice to put tweets within news articles if they're talking about him including tweets in post-millennial articles. Well, that's just standard. I mean, that's just what the industry does. Too bad. In addition, this person, Chad, continues, in addition, I've documented at least 138 stolen videos by Mr. Andy No this year alone, which have not been reported at Twitter Safety. And he's got a lot of screenshots here of Andy No sharing stuff. Remember this one? Woo-hoo. Excuse me. All right, so, Andy No shares a lot of stuff on Twitter, just like everybody else who uses Twitter does. Okay, so, yeah, it may actually, I don't think so, but it may be against Twitter rules to, they're infinitely elastic and definitely hypocritical rules against harassment. It could be, they could... I wouldn't say that they can make a faithful argument about that, but it's like, they do. They do that. We all know Twitter does things like, oh, that's harassment. He's retweeting something, and that's harassment. So, But, as far as the U.S. law is concerned, that's a whole other thing. See, by retweeting this stuff, this suggests that this halfwit doesn't understand the difference between a private company like Twitter and the government. She also tweeted the following, which shows that she's still proud of her brain-dead quest. Okay, this is December 10th, still before the decision, but still, here she is. When they ask if you want to be named in the lawsuit, they're supposed to ignore. I want her to know it was me. So in other words, yeah, I want to know. Okay, well, you're just making an ass out of yourself, Melissa. Now, if you remember, Tim Pool had a good laugh over the prospects of her lawsuit, and, well, she's too stupid to realize how stupid she makes herself look by amplifying what Tim Pool said about her intelligence. So here she is retweeting that. Tim Pool basically having a laugh about this person. Yeah. We'll be seeing other tweets by Melissa. Now, a couple of days ago, the Post Millennial put out this breaking Antifa troll lawsuit against Andy No quietly withdrawn by Mia Cattell. Love that name. Freaking love that name. Mia writes, quote, a frivolous Antifa troll lawsuit filed in federal court against journalist Andy No was quietly withdrawn after, quote, an honest discussion, unquote, amongst legal counsel. For some reason, I'm picturing all the old men in the back of the courthouse having the meeting at the end of the film Casino when they're trying to decide whether or not they should kill Andy Stone, right? The boss, the Las Vegas boss for them. And I know it. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not saying that these people are anything like those people. I'm just thinking. Because I saw the movie recently. Hold on one second, everybody. If you guys don't mind, I want to make myself a quick little Christmas cocktail. Like we got this, what is it? It's like this eggnog stuff that is flavored to go along with, what do you call it? Cinnamon whiskey by, cinnamon flavored whiskey. They call for the Jack Daniels one, and but it goes, along with that flavor. Anyway, I'm going to check this chat for you know what? Actually, I'm going to grab a drink. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my drink. And then I'll be back. should make the music louder, shouldn't I? Yeah. Oh, geez, I didn't mean for this to be my slideshow. That's meant to be playing fast. It's supposed to go like this. Yeah. Anyway, I'm back anyway. So I'm going to check the chat, yo. Eggnog. Yep. Hot return. Thanks for being with us again. And everybody else. Yes. Yes, louder. Well, okay. I'm back though. Yes, it's Fireball Cinnamon Holiday Nog is what they call it. I don't think it has any egg in it really. You know what? I wonder real eggnog. We have chickens here, you see, and their eggs are so much better than what you can get at the store. And we're thinking about getting goose eggs because that's even better, especially for baking. And they're bigger. Yeah, Paul Revere, I only do the eggnog thing, and I only day drink like one day a year, and that would be Christmas. Actually, usually I don't, but I have in the past, and it's usually because of family. You know, I think starting even in my late teens, I might have, stolen some sips of family. You know, my uncle, my aunts, whatever. Stolen sips off of their eggnog and just got a little bit tipsy and just made the holidays a little bit easier to deal with all family members. My article that I wrote about this first of two articles. I just want to check the chat and talk with people here while I drink myself away. No, Sweden here. Merry Christmas. Wow, you're listening from Sweden. Great. You know, when I was a child, it was required that we did a very large project on some nation, some foreign nation. We had to read about their culture, their economy, their history, and whatnot. I chose Sweden. Don't remember too much from then. But, need to hear Tabby rage against the machine. Well, Tabby is really mad right now. She's just mad that, she's yelling about the little tiny fingers of the factory children who made the furniture that she's trying to piece together. In other words, it's hard to do unless you have tiny fingers. She's very mad. She is very mad. And it's funny. She could be really funny when she's mad. And she's also very pleasant towards me when she's mad at something. It's funny because it's like, you know, it's like watching a raging beast just go, ah, you know, like a wonderful lioness just raging, but never once attacks you. It's great. So anyway, the following is excerpts from the Post Millennial article about this. Now, if you don't know, Andy No is, the most famous figure over the post-millennial. He writes not exclusively for them, but he writes a lot for the post-millennial. He also writes for the New York Post, Newsday, both, one or the other, I forget which, and other outlets and stuff. But this one is by Maya Cadhill. All right. Quote, a frivolous anti-patrol lawsuit filed in federal court against journalist Andy No was, did I read this? Yeah. Okay, well, I only read the beginning. A frivolous anti-patrol lawsuit filed in federal court against journalist Andy No was quietly withdrawn after, quote, an honest discussion, unquote, amongst legal counsel. I think it's just among. I don't know. I think it's a choice. In the notice of dismissal pursuant to the federal rules of civil procedure dated December 20th, plaintiffs Melissa Lewis, also known as Claudio, and Morgan Grace's attorney, Larry Zerner, wrote that the suit is, quote, dismissed by the plaintiffs in its entirety without prejudice, unquote. Quote, a meet and confer that yield an efficient result, unquote, Liberty Center founder Harmeet K. Dillon tweeted Thursday of her client No's legal victory. So she was No's lawyer. Or is, I should say. By the way, folks, if this live stream is not smooth, I am recording this, and I do hope to squeeze in somehow uploading that after the fact, so that way it won't be a live stream, it'll be just a screen recorded video. Okay. Quote, a meet and confer that yielded an efficient result. Okay, I did that twice. Why did I do that twice? Okay, I gotta edit that. Anyway, here's Harmeet Dillon's tweet. All right. And the great thing about my articles, folks, is that I put links to every goddamn thing. Everything. So, if you want to go further into any of this, read my footnotes. There's links to a lot of stuff, and a lot more than I ever really go into, really. Because I just put too much stuff into this written stuff. Anyway, quote, a Christmas miracle, unquote, she adds in Thursday's tweet announcing the win. Quote, ho, 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 unquote, she jested. Dillon also issued kudos to her partner, Ron Coleman, quote, whose superior intellect, winning knowledge of IP law, and calm problem-solving manner capably put the kibosh on this nonsensical lawsuit, alleging that two anti-fans could make a federal case over a journalist's proper use of Twitter, unquote. No thank the Liberty Center Dillon of Coleman, quote, the dismissed Antifa lawsuit against me claimed I violated the rights of two Portland women because I had retweeted them, unquote. No characterized the defeated legal maneuver. Really, there you go. And again, this is Melissa. This is Morgan. These are the two women who sued him for retweeting, basically. Yeah. The article continues. 12 days after Morgan Lewis took the copyright infringement complaint to U.S. District Court, the bad faith effort intending to suppress No's reporting failed. The Post-Millennial previously reported on the two Antifa journalists, quote-unquote, who tried to sue No, seeking $300,000 in compensation for damages and injunctive relief for retweeting riot footage of theirs using Twitter's video sharing feature. In the initial December 8th filing, the plaintiffs claimed that No violated their exclusive copyrights while also admitting that he, quote, includes a credit, unquote. So they admit that he includes the credit for Morgan and Lewis in both cited instances utilizing Twitter's video embedding function. Oh. Andy No is using Twitter as it was intended to be used. And these people took him to court. Wow. Okay. It's just hard for me to wrap my head around this. It's just, okay. The article continues. The post-millennial had investigated Lewis and Morgan's background, finding that they advocated for far-left violence extremism in support of Antifa. Lewis, who uses the internet moniker Claudio on social media, describes herself on Twitter as an quote-unquote anti-fascist anarchist, quote-unquote, writer and videographer in Portland. She considers herself, quote-unquote, a fighter who takes active part in the protests turned riots, also rallying Antifa comrades on Twitter to take to Portland's riot-torn streets. In addition to advertising Antifa's direct action events, quote-unquote, Morgan admitted to committing a crime on Twitter. Not that she committed the crime on Twitter, but she admitted on Twitter to committing a crime. She also distributed riot gear to Antifa's forces and spent Election Day learning how to shoot guns with, quote, Antifa super soldiers. Unquote. Holy shit. Oh, that's great. Oh, boy. I'm sorry. That's just... okay. One of the lawyers who was representing Morgan and Lewis in the lawsuit, self-described, quote-unquote, activist Alan Lloyd Kessler, has spread disinformation about No. The Antifa-aligned copyright lawyer also called No, quote, a parasite who is living off the hard work of independent journalists. And, quote, able to weaponize the law, unquote, says the lawyer who actually took money from these two Antifa idiots to file a lawsuit because Andy No used Twitter legally as intended by Twitter. Holy shit. Wow. I mean, what do you call a million lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? A good start. This guy has some balls. Holy shit. Talk about a parasite. Wow. Okay. So, the article continues. Similar to the No lawsuit, Kessler has waged lawfare against political opponents, including Mayor Ted Wheeler for winning last year's Portland mayoral race against Antifa challenger Sarah Iannarone. Sarah Iannarone, if you catch her on Twitter, man, she is funny as fuck. She is a clueless, tanky, hardcore communist all the way. I mean, I think she retweets Mao and stuff like that. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, you gotta look out for her. She's one of those shark-eyed, like, fantasizing about putting people in the gulags kind of person, man. But she's a politician or a wannabe politician over there in Portland. I know she ran for mayor. She ran against Ted Wheeler. You know, she calls Ted Wheeler a Nazi or some crap like that, whatever. Because, you know, to her, Ted Wheeler is far right compared to her. He really is. Yeah. Ted Wheeler, the mayor of Portland, of course, is, by all sane measures, pretty far to the left of mainstream politics and what he allows. I mean, the guy, he rioted with Antifa. I mean, didn't really do anything violent himself, but he got himself into a crowd of activists that were in the middle of rioting. And it was like, I'm one of you. And, you know, even though they rejected him, that's, you know, where he stands. And, you know, he allows the shit to go on there in Portland intentionally. You know, he makes sure people get off, the Antifas get off, but lately that's been changing. But that's a report I'm working on, and I should shut up and get on with this so I can get back to writing. Because, yeah, I'm building a report about a lot of cases of Antifa getting harsh sentences all of a sudden. It's great. It means the Democrats want to regain some of what they've lost, you see, by being too pro-far left. You know, the whole Kenosha Kid thing came to light. People are starting to go, wait a minute, we've been lied to about this stuff by a lot of people, even Biden and Kamala tweeting lies, or knowingly or not probably knowingly, about the Kenosha Kid. Anyway, let me get on with this. Hold on. Eggnog. Actually, I should check the chat. Where was I? I was right about here, right? Yeah. Sarah. Okay. Well, I should finish. I'll restart right here. All right. I'm going to check the chat. Yes. Okay. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Also, thank you very much, by the way, everybody out there. Merry Christmas. Happy Solstice. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Yule. And also New Year's coming up. To you and all your loved ones. Fireball Hadouken. Clip could be found on Tim Pool's Twitter page. Clip of what? Oh, there's a lot for me to. Oh, the Let's Go Brandon thing. You know what? I'm gonna play you that. I'm gonna play you what the guy who made the call recorded himself doing the call. I'm gonna play you that. I should get on with this. So, all right, folks, stick around. I'm gonna try to maybe I should wrap this. I don't know. Here we go. You can tell I'm not a drinker. I usually don't drink. So, all right. Getting back to the article by Mia Cathill for the Post Millennial. Similar to the no lawsuit, Kessler has waged lawfare against political opponents, including Mayor Ted Wheeler for winning last year's Portland mayoral race against Antifa challenger Sarah Iannarone, and Commissioner Dan Ryan for opposing a multi-million-dollar budget cut proposal to the city's police department. A budget cut proposal. Should have worded it like that. Or, inflected it that way. Dillon noted that she preemptively blocked by Dillon, and that's, Dillon is Anthony's lawyer in this lawsuit. Dillon noted that she was preemptively blocked by Kessler on Twitter. Addressing the attorney, Dillon tweeted, quote, "Well done, sir. No doubt getting paid and avoiding sanctions, even though you filed a patently frivolous lawsuit and got PR for it," unquote. Yeah. She continues, and yes, there is the lawyer for the Antifa Wallas. Antifa Wallas? What does that word mean? Wallas. All right. One Alan Kessler, who preemptively blocked me on Twitter and who called Mr. Andino a quote-unquote parasite. Well done, sir. No doubt getting paid and avoiding sanctions, even though you filed a patently frivolous lawsuit and got PR for it. Mia Cathill continues. The Center for American Liberty had launched a legal defense fundraiser for No, labeling the outlandish lawsuit, quote, Antifa agitprop masquerading as a copyright claim, disconnected from reality both in fact and in law, unquote. Following the news of the dismissal, Dillon, I hope I'm saying that name right, lambasted the, quote, Antifa PR squad, unquote, that ran hit pieces promoting the defective lawsuit in, quote, a crudely choreographed fashion, unquote. Yeah, well, that's how they are. The Daily Beast, The Intercept, Daily Dot. If you remember, folks, the editor-in-chief of the Daily Dot is an absolute moron. I mean, I was just running circles around that guy on the phone in that one funny prank phone call. It wasn't really a prank phone call. Well, you'd have to see it. But, if you remember a couple years ago, I called the Daily Dog. I talked to the editor-in-chief, and I don't know, man. I don't know how somebody that stupid could tie his own shoes, let alone run something like the Daily Dot. Anyway, they continue. Mia Cathill continues, and the Oregon were among the media outlets Dillon slammed. Quote, some argued with me about copyright law, others just propagandized, unquote, Dillon declared in the Twitter thread. Quote, hey, Daily Beast, what happened to that lawsuit dismissed 3 days ago? Why did the plaintiffs dismiss it? Want to inform your readers? Unquote, she fired back. See, here's the Daily Post tweeting, Andino has made a career of repurposing other people's content from inside protests and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's called retweeting. And Andino's lawyer retweeted that because it's funny and added, hey, Daily Beast, you want to tell me what happened to this lawsuit? And they're probably completely silent. Yeah. And then Dillon continued the victory lap. Quote, oh, and this gem from The Intercept, isn't it good journalism to follow up, you guys? Because, as you can see her retweeting here, The Intercept put out, Portland journalists sue Andy No for using their videos on Twitter without permission. Yeah, you guys, should follow up on that, huh? She continues, Mia Cathell continues, calling out the Oregonian and Oregon Live. Dylan asked, did I miss the follow-up piece about the lawsuit dismissed 3 days ago? Don't your reporters want the public to know what happened to the copyright lawsuit? Unquote. And there you go. Mia continues, the left-wing site had smeared No as, quote, a far-right provocateur, unquote, while simultaneously providing a sympathetic spotlight for Lewis and Morgan's woes. Commenting on the negative press, No stated he believes the suit was, quote, motivated in part by the militants knowing their allies in the press will immediately write smear pieces. In other words, Philip fills up Google search results plus wiki citations, unquote. Now, here's what I got to say about that. Yeah, okay, and maybe even these people actually thought it through enough to think, well, we'll be Googled. You know, we'll be spidered on Google and people will find us in search results and this will, like, get us promoted. Okay, maybe they thought that through. It doesn't matter. This is bad for them. Look, man, this is just so goddamn stupid. There's just no way to put a spin on this to make it anything else. And, you know, tweeting here, Mia Cathell investigated the backgrounds of those in the frivolous lawsuit. She found that the two quote-unquote journalists had advocated for violent extremism in support of Antifa. One took up arms and also deleted a post where she admitted to committing a crime. Yeah, and if you folks remember, you know, I've had a lot of emails back and forth with this one, and I really tried so extensively and so hard and patiently to give her room to condemn the actions of Antifa when they attack innocent, unarmed people just trying to exercise their human rights. And she is completely 100% unrepentant and proud that Antifa does these horrible things. Yeah. And, you know, also tweeted, I believe the withdrawn frivolous Antifa lawsuit against me was motivated in part by the militants knowing their allies in the press will immediately write smear pieces, fills up Google search results, plus wiki citations, quote unquote, and they knew what they were doing. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, yes, there's a lot of articles out there that are going to call him far right and blah, 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 but really, they're just adding to the piles of evidence of how full of fucking shit they are. It's demonstrable. All right? Let me turn this down a little bit. Mia Cathell continues. No said the author of the articles, The Intercept senior writer Robert Mackey and the Daily Beast reporter Robert Silverman, quote, knew what they were doing, unquote. Unquote. No, Andy, really don't worry about it, dude. Come on. You won a victory. Don't complain that you didn't. You won. Allow yourself this. You won. Okay? And not only did you win in this lawsuit, but historically speaking, you're the fucking winner. History. Look, all this stuff is archived forever. There's just no way around it. It's archived. Yes, they're going to try to burn it all down the memory hole and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, one of these archive web pages went political and they're starting to, like, limit what can be archived and whatnot. The Wayback Machine. Fuck you, Wayback Machine. But there is no way to memory hole all this. There just isn't. You can't. You can't do it. It's forever. It's all matter of public record forever. It's all archived. And yes, there's a lot of stupid people out there who think otherwise, but they don't matter. What matters is that intelligent, rational people have access to history and to archives, and they can see what really happened here. Andy, you won. Okay, this is a victory for Andy. It's also a victory for a reason. I continued in my written report thingy here. The day after Cathell's report, PJ Media published Antifa sues journalists for stealing, quote-unquote, their public comments. It doesn't go well for them. by Victoria Taft, who opens with, quote, mere days after filing a federal copyright lawsuit against journalist Andy Ngo, the violent Antifa members have retreated to a corner to suck their thumbs, unquote. Victoria Taft adds, quote, the Antifa attorneys seeking $300,000 for Morgan and Lewis probably got their bills covered. But the Antifa comrades in arms were embarrassed for them. Yeah. A little lower down, Victoria writes, quote, Antifa accounts react to the news that the Portland Antifa members withdrew from their frivolous lawsuit against me. They feel embarrassed by their comrades. And I meant to put the tweet there, but I didn't. So let me show you here. Oh, I see. There. Nope, it wasn't that. All right. See, I thought it was going to be redundant. And so I didn't include it. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Boop. All right, so check this out. These are screenshots of other Antifas and what they have to say about this lawsuit. Any day now. Okay, this is, by the way, this is Luis Enrique Marquez, the guy whose face I showed you at the beginning of this whole thing. Now I'm not going to go there. All right, this is him, left kissed. It used to be Louis the Leftist, now it's left kissed. Stellar job, everyone. Yeah, he's being sarcastic, and he's retweeting. New York City Antifa. It's just face, right? Left kissed again. It's unclear to me still whether the lawyers even had an understanding of how Twitter embed functionality works. I don't know. I think they did. And listen, it was Melissa who was Melissa and Morgan. They were the stupid ones, man. I mean, that lawyer, he got, well, I mean, really the lawyer besmirched their own reputation, so they're all stupid. Dutch Pendergrass tweeting, hello, I'm a serious and long-time principled anarchist. That's why I'm suing on intellectual property grounds. And you'll know how serious I am by how many days I pursue this incredibly important agenda that totally wasn't going to get laughed out of court. Oh, God. All right, this tweet here from Jason Derulo. For whatever reason, this person and someone else had a breathless announcement of their lawsuit against Andy Ngo for stealing their videos as if it were a triumph against fascism, which has now gone over like a wet fart, much to nobody's surprise. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ho, ho, ho. All right. This is great. I gotta edit that. I gotta put that tweet right there, though. I'll do that later. No, I won't. I'll do that some, like, in a week or two from now when I realize that I meant to do that and forgot. Anyway, much further down in our article, they wrote, 2 days, quote, 2 days after the lawsuit was dropped, Lewis lamented on Twitter that she had done some dumb, quote, impulsive, unquote, stuff because she is a, quote, unquote, people pleaser. She announced that she was seeing a therapist to work through her issues. Oh, Jesus Christ. And here she is tweeting, hello, I'm actually taking the time everyone has been telling me to take for over a year. A lot of therapy to address some people-pleasing behaviors that can make me extremely foolish and impulsive. I'll be staying close to my friends and in the back seat for a while. Well, they've been telling you to cut it out for a long time now. Hey, this woman, she runs around filming them doing crimes and whatnot, puts it online, and they get mad and fights ensue, and I know about some of it. because of personal communications with some of these people. And Jesus Christ. Anyway. Victoria continues, she's using the old Hollywood "I'm going to rehab" trick to explain her bad life choices. Good luck, lady. We'd all be happier, however, if you simply stop cheerleading cop attacks and all manner of uncivil behavior. Unquote. By the way, Victoria, is that your name? Yeah, Victoria Taft, if you ever hear this. I like the way you phrase things. You have that sort of sense of insulting, face-smacking sarcasm. Love it. Woman after my own heart as a writer. Why did I have to say woman? Writer after my own heart. I totally appreciate it. I appreciate your writing style there. Great stuff. That's truth trolling. That's what I call truth trolling. Anyway, I noticed that along with the above tweet, Melissa also tweeted this, which those who have been following my reports about Melissa and Alyssa will appreciate the humor thereof. Melissa Claudio Liz tweeting, I would ask that people stop spreading rumors about Alyssa and my friendship. People don't know about our friendship outside of Twitter. I do. You've told me some shit in email. What are you talking about? People do. Stupid. Hey. I don't know why you're naked, Tabby, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Merry Christmas. Yeah, to me. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to be a little distracted here for a minute. What? Yeah, I probably shouldn't be saying that out loud. We are, well, I know they can't, but you can't, you get shut. Well, that's true. That's true. Anyway, I will continue with Victoria's article here. She reports the Twitter account Pacific Northwest Antifa Watch. Did you finish the whole thing?
Yeah, and then it fell over.
What?
It broke apart. It still works. It still looks good. It's just when you open the very bottom one and the very top one on the left.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh boy. Well, it fits in with the rest of our house. Anyway.
It's heavy and it'll hold it.
All right. I'm going to plot through here, folks. So Victoria continues, the Twitter account Pacific Northwest Antifa Watch pointed out that although they lost the lawsuit, it's still a win-win for white Antifa members because they can lose and still say it was because of the white supremacist justice system. Everybody's happy. So here you can say Pacific Northwest Antifa Watch having their case thrown out. They're tweeting having their Antifa case thrown out. Their case thrown out is still a win-win for them. Now, Claudio Report, that's what she goes by on Twitter, and Grave Morgan, that's what Morgan goes by on Twitter, can wax poetic about how unfair our white supremacist system is. Yeah, they could, but like I said before, look, I don't agree with Andy's griping about this. Andy, just accept that you won completely. Don't be like, I won, but. And you guys, all of you out there who are taking this sort of position, okay, temporarily they might get some attention from this. But number one, they're out a lot of money because they paid a lawyer for fucking nothing. And they're probably going to get sued for more money from Andy No. And number two, more importantly, as these things are archived for all eternity, the record stands that they're goddamn idiots. And as it's also now on record, just a simple Google, a simple search result will show you. Say, for example, the emails between Melissa and I. It shows you what a disgusting, foul human being this person is. And that's forever. You do this shit, and it's forever. It's now, in her own words, forever. It's there forever. So I'd like to thank Morgan and Melissa for the ongoing laughs, and thank you, everyone, for being here. But we're going to wrap this part up, but we got another story. But... I should put a link to this. I'll put a link to what I was reading this whole time. I do have to make a slight edit or two, but Merry Christmas, Stabby McStabwood. Love that name. Thanks for being with us. Yeah, Tabby says Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for being with us yet again, Stabby. And Hubris, thanks for being here. and Paul Revere, 1776. Everybody, thank you for being with us. Let's go to our second story, which is funny. And Tabby, check this out. Biden troll. He says, "Let's go, Brandon."
Yeah, I know. What a
Yeah.
In his Christmas address to the country.
Yep.
Yeah, I commented on every post like that saying, fuck Joe Biden. He's so stupid, he fucking trolled himself.
He did.
While his wife looked like she swallowed a lemon through her asshole.
That's great. The difference in their reactions is amazing. But we'll get to it.
She's just fucking, she has to deal with the fact that he's a retard. And she's got to try and buffer for him. And it's really hard to do because he's so goddamn stupid that he says things without thinking about them first.
Yep.
Like an autopilot thought sort of situation. You know, like Valley Girls do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
totally.
just comes in there and then comes right back out. And it's like, oh, that's not how you're supposed to think.
Yep.
You're supposed to actually think about what you're thinking, then say it.
Yep.
Not just, one right after the other.
No filter.
Well, unless you just want to give me, things to laugh at, in which case, go right ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't watched. I'm saving it for my own viewing pleasure. I have not watched the
It's funny.
the videos, and here we go. Well, I'm gonna.
Makes you want to face palm harder than humanly possible. I mean, to the point where your hand would go through your skull and after that.
Yeah.
That's how hard you want to face palm for him. Like, oh god.
Yeah. It's so exquisite. I mean, this is one of those jokes that's super duper funny because he thinks we're laughing with him.
Let's put it this way. He makes Bush Jr. look like a fucking 200 IQ.
Yeah. Except Bush Jr. was actually, I think, faking it to some extent.
Whatever. No, the guy is actually kind of hamming it up a little bit. Doesn't matter, but he is fucking retarded.
He cultivated the I'm lovable, I'm too stupid to hate kind of thing.
Which no one's too stupid to hate. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you're not. If you're gonna do bad things and fucking fuck up the world for everybody, you're not too stupid to hate.
Yeah. All right, let's check this out.
I hope you,
That's right.
Oh, look. An idiot.
I hope you have a wonderful
Hey,
Christmas.
well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey,
Yeah.
The camera guy just trolled him and he fucking went with it.
No, it wasn't the camera guy, baby.
Who the fuck said that? Was it?
Yeah,
a
I'll show you.
picture?
I'll show you. It's this here, but I have to.
Oh, okay, so it's a phone call.
Yeah, this is a phone call, but I have to change this a little bit here because of YouTube's stupid rules. I can't show kids. So I got to push this all the way to here.
Yeah, you know why we can't show kids? Because YouTube is full of pedophiles and Antifas, and what do both of them do? Attack children. There you go.
Sorry, it's why is it so low? Hold on.
Hunter, Piper, and Penelope, is that correct?
That is correct. Hello.
Okay.
That is correct. Hello.
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Hi.
How are you? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Who's this?
This is Jared.
This is Jared.
Hi, Jared.
Hi.
Assume your dad?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dad.
Dad, what do you want for Christmas?
So maybe a quiet night.
Maybe a...
Lots of luck, Dad. Wow. You know, Dad, we have a hunter, too.
Yeah.
We have a son named Hunter and a grandson named Hunter.
Oh, I didn't know you had a grandson named Hunter. That's cool.
You had a grandson named Hunter. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, yes, you do.
You tell me we don't.
You know.
We have a grandson, I promise you. We have a grandson named Hunter. He's 16 years old. Hey, that's
Oh,
both.
my gosh.
Anyway. Well, how old is Griffin?
Griffin, you want to say?
I'm 11.
And you want to say?
11, what'd you ask for Christmas? What do you want Santa to bring you?
A piano.
The death of you.
Piano. A
Piano. Holy mackerel.
I know he's gonna have to cut some trees down for that.
We had trouble hearing you, Dad.
I was gonna say you have to cut some trees down to get a grand piano built for him.
Piano.
What's Hunter want as his big gift?
Switch.
A Nintendo Switch.
A Nintendo Switch. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Great.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How about Piper?
Oh, Piper actually left the room before you guys picked up, but she wants a Barbie airplane is what she asked for.
Oh, Barbie. I still have my Barbie, and I think Santa. I think Santa brought my Barbie.
Oh, no.
My Barbie was the first Barbie. She's now grandmother.
For your granddaughter. Send for your granddaughter.
How about Penelope?
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about anything.
Oh, that's great.
That's great.
Yeah, oh, that's wonderful that you have a 2-year-old. Well, have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
By the
Yeah.
way,
Merry
you
Christmas.
guys have to be in bed by 9
Here it comes.
By 9
You know,
o'clock.
Sleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
That's right.
With the kids.
Hey, well,
I hope you have a wonderful.
yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon. Bye-bye.
Now I want to see her sour face when she realizes what just happened. If she's smart enough.
That's right.
I hope you have a wonderful
Hey, well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
That's right.
Her face. She gets it.
I agree. Hey,
That's right.
go, Brandon. I agree.
He
Hey,
doesn't.
Look at her eyebrows.
Yeah, she's like, shit.
go, Brandon. I agree. Hey,
Look at that classless hoe. She's like, what do I do? Well,
Brandon,
you
I-
can do that chuckling,
I agree.
horrible laugh like Kamala does, which is as fake as her orgasm.
Oh, Jesus.
No shit, I feel bad for her husband. He's probably never seen her real O face.
Oh.
You know? Well, on account of she was a whore, and so her fucking vagina's so worn through. Those nerves are long dead.
Let's see. Is there anything else on this video that is not included in the others? Let's see.
Washington, President Joe Biden was subjected to a right-wing anti-Biden slur during a Christmas Eve call with NORAD's Santa tracker. Biden and the First Lady were speaking with families around the country who had called into the North American Aerospace Defense Command to receive an update on Santa's location when one parent ended the conversation by saying, "Let's go, Brandon." The president did not appear to recognize that the phrase is used by the right wing as a euphemism for F. Joe Biden, and responded, "Let's go, Brandon, I agree." The slogan took off in conservative circles after NASCAR driver Brandon Brown was interviewed by NBC Sports reporter Kelly Stavast about his victory at the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama on October 2nd. The crowd behind the interview began to chant the expletive directed
They're
at
lying.
Biden, but Stavast responded, "You can hear the chants from the crowd, 'Let's go, Brandon.'" Since then, the euphemism "Let's go, Brandon"
Okay, they are lying.
Let's and fuck don't start with the same letter, and you can clearly tell one from the other.
You can't mistake one from the other.
No, unless you're CNN and you're trying desperately to you keep getting paid. Which lately they haven't been doing so much because they're trying to get their fucking viewing audience back on account of their
Right.
ratings bombed so low that fucking watching people paint walls scores higher ratings. And baking cookies kick their ass. I mean, that's kind of hard to do. To lose to home decorating and cooking. Hell, those late night fucking infomercial shows where they're selling you like sex objects and
Yeah.
fucking really crappy clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably get higher ratings at this point.
Oh,
In
God.
the middle of the goddamn night.
Yeah. All right, so then I concluded my article with to you and all your loved ones, happy Hanukkah, Christmas, Yule, solstice, or whatever you may celebrate, and happy New Year to you too. My New Year prediction is that those who supported Trump will reject him within a year, over his championing of the experimental drugs that they're pushing on us all.
Which is retarded, and it's because he's not thinking. He's doing what his little handlers tell him to do.
Yeah.
Which is what he did wrong during his presidency, is you don't need to listen to them, dude. They're probably paid by the other side to make you look stupid. And if they're telling you that people want this vaccine, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Pay attention to what your people are telling you. Because when you said that in a fucking big old arena, you know what the crowd did? They booed it, Trump. They fucking went boo very loudly.
Yep.
So you kind of know the feeling of the people. We don't want them. We never asked for them. The left did. Let the left kill themselves. You shut up about it. Or you're gonna lose your fucking followers, because we're not gonna fucking back somebody who openly fucking goes, you should go get an experimental jab because, well, this asshole next to me said that's what you want to hear.
Yep. Now, I know that Styx Hexenhammer says, well, calm down, everybody. It's not like Trump is pro-vaccine mandate. He's still against the mandates. Yeah, I'll give Trump, that credit. I'm not like, I hate Trump now 100%.
Yeah, no.
I'm just making a prediction that we will, in the very least, we'll see that the majority of Trump supporters are willing to drop their support of the man if he deviates from what it is that they're supporting.
Yeah, he needs to pay attention to the crowd, not the handlers.
Yes, this isn't a cult of personality. I mean, there are some people out there who are just like, Trump, and they're complete idiots. They just like the guy they saw him on TV. But for the most part, people support Trump because of what he stood for. They criticized him on a lot of things, but for the most part, yes, but for the most part, this is the first politician in a very long time, if not for this century. I mean, in decades. And I mean this century, in over 100 years at least. That maybe JFK is an exception. I don't know.
Kennedy
But
was pretty good.
Right. But anyway,
Democrat.
if Trump wants to keep going down that route, people will just say go for DeSantis or what's the other guy there? I forget his name. Shit. Yeah, Gates, Matt Gates, or DeSantis, or somebody else that is willing to pick up the torch of what it is that we supported about Trump.
Yeah, you gotta watch it with DeSantis. He's also easily led astray.
Is that so?
Yeah, because okay, when like the treatments for COVID were going out,
Yeah.
he picked a treatment from a company that the treatment causes kidney failure.
All right.
Because he didn't research anything. He was just told that's the better one. Instead of investing in hydrochloroquine or ivermectin and zinc, no, he went, we're going to get remdesivir from the company, and I'm not going to look into the fact that it destroys kidneys at a very high rate. And then Biden's like, oh, you can't have any of that, which is a very obvious bait and switch maneuver. It's like, I'm going to tell you you can't have it, so you'll want it more. And so DeSantis went right to the company and paid a shitload of tax dollars for the fucking drug that causes kidney failure. It floods your kidneys with water.
Yikes.
Yeah, which can kill your kidneys and cause excruciating pain and death. So you gotta watch it with the people. Even if they're good, they can't be good all day because they're human. And they have assholes constantly circling them, trying to tell them to do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
What happened with Trump and the whole vaccine, somebody is telling him that's what they want to hear. And so he says it. DeSantis is told, oh, this is the one that Biden says you can't have, which means that it works. So let's get all of it. And it's like, no.
Yeah,
Think
Operation
about
Warp Speed. Yeah.
You need to stop and think and ask the people. Social media is a thing. Take a fucking poll on what they want and what they trust. Stop listening to the little ass bag in your ear.
Yep. Chronic, by the way, thank you for being here. Chronic Abundance Nicholas says DeSantis is involved in that Florida sugar slook into the sugar bros around here. Or there. Yeah. But
yeah.
Noble Savage is saying Trump is bought and sold by whom, though? I mean, maybe the vaccine companies. That's one thing that I worry about.
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Personally, I'm gonna.
I don't know about that.
That he's just being misled by a fucking
Yeah.
voice in his ear.
I think that's more likely
He
than.
kept fucking up every now and then because of that, and then he'd be like, "Shit."
Yeah, I mean, look. Knowing what Trump's personality and ego is like, what do you think is more likely? Number one, that he's going to take a bribe to totally ruin his, his support, or is he just making a mistake?
I think he's just making a mistake. Personally, I mean, I could be wrong, but it's my intuition says he's making a mistake because some little weenie told him to say that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like he shouldn't do that. He should take a poll.
Yeah.
On the goddamn internet. Email, whatever, on what the people want and do not want. Not what some little asshole gibbering away in your fucking ear has to tell you, because that guy doesn't know shit.
Yeah, by the way, Noble Savage, I really do hope that you Australians, I feel sorry for you guys, man. Wow.
You just need to fucking, get your pitchforks and torches and start burning fucking buildings down.
Yep.
They let BLM do it. Why can't you all do it?
Yep.
Because we're supposed to be better than that. That day of I'm too good to do that is going to end very quickly.
Yeah.
And the day it ends is the day all of this shit stops.
Now, you guys may remember Ben Garrison. This guy does cartoons. He's famous for a lot of things, but one thing he's famous for is that the left wing has taken some of his memes and altered them to convince people that he makes pro-Nazi memes, but he doesn't. They're cheating, they're lying, they're stealing, and they're rearranging things around and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so. The usual stupid crap. Right, now usually this guy, Ben Garrison, his politics fall on the same side as Trump. But just like a lot of other people, if Trump's going to deviate from that, well, fuck him. Mm-hmm. So here you can see his cartoon. You see Trump is on the vaccine bandwagon of Big Pharma here.
Yeah, not cool.
Right, and he's being booed, and he's like, huh? Yep.
The asshole in your ear.
Yep. It's being led by some blind horses saying, get the facts, get the facts, get facts. Well, not really blind horses, they got blinders on. And then you got the band playing the tune of Fear, and it's the corporate media amplifying this message, safe and effective, be afraid of the, And, it's the bandwagon, and then it says about get boosted, vaccine passports, lockdowns, vaccine mandates, masks. And all these people who are wearing Trump hats are like, no. And, it just goes to show you that, yeah, there are definitely Trump cultists out there. But for the most part, the people who are supporting Trump, it's got nothing to do with the man. He knew how to step into a ready-made audience. You see, sometimes movies, bands, books, or whatever, they just fill a need, a market demand. And that's what Trump did. He saw a market demand. He stepped into it.
He's not infallible. He's a human being, and for the most part, he's tiptoeing his way through the minefield of reality.
Yeah.
In politics.
Yep.
And in politics, there's always an asshole leading you astray because the other side paid him to. So you stop listening to every little fucking dude in a suit who tells you this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if he's been paid to tell you that. But again, politics is a minefield. And not everybody is equipped to fucking miss every mine. And so Trump himself has landed on a few of them. And this
Indeed.
was one of those.
Yep. That's true.
You just have to accept the fact that he is a human and he's going to fuck up from time to time. Now, is he better than the other assholes? Yeah. Because they fucked up because somebody paid them to do it.
Yeah,
He fucked up by accident. There's a difference. I'll excuse an accidental fuck up. I'm not excusing one that got you paid.
Yeah. It may sound funny, and if you were to say this to myself just 5-10 years ago, I would kind of be confused, but the following is true. We've learned with Trump that if a person is rich enough to not be bought. Yeah. And if they have the ego enough, hopefully, to not be bought. If they got the money and they got the reputation and they got the ego so that they don't want to be bought as they go into politics, well, golly, maybe we need more rich people to fucking go into politics. It sounds crazy. We definitely don't want, I mean, I'm half kidding because obviously most politicians are rich. Right. But I mean, I'm talking about people who are self-made on their own, who look at politics and go, fucking politics. I should step in there and fucking ruin things for them and make everybody out there happy.
Yep. Make a politician's life hell.
Well, everybody matters anyway. More hot tabby pics. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Check this out. Scary. She's going to get you. Tabby, earlier we had this whole conversation with people in the chat about redheads and how fiery they could be.
Yeah.
and
We can be a handful.
And not mess with them.
Even with ourselves. Like, I've literally gotten mad at my own hand. Like, why are you like this? And if an object hits the floor after I put it somewhere like 2 times,
yeah,
I tell it can fucking live there, and I'll leave it there.
Oh, well, I do that too.
I'll leave it there. Like, you fucking live on the ground now. Until I need it, and then I'm begrudgingly pick its ass up.
Yeah.
Like, you should have heard me down there building this goddamn dresser so you don't slam your thumb. But here's the best description of what I sounded like down there. Anybody here watch the movie A Christmas Story today?
Yeah.
I was like the father beating up the furnace.
Rag, stinkle, bang,
That's exactly what I was doing, but I was doing it with real curse words. And I was threatening the manufacturers' lives. Like, I was so mad.
Oh, God.
I have slammed my thumb too many times today, and I've had a screw jump out and then roll across the floor like, nah, you can't get me. Too many times. Too many fucking times.
Sorry,
Damn
baby.
thing has been put together, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, God.
But yeah. In fact, I'm sure I came up with new curse words. I think I did. Few of them made me stop and go, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what I said.
Chronic wonders about Elon Musk. Yeah, I wonder about him too. I don't know. I don't know enough about the guy, but he's one of those people who he's got so much goddamn money. It's not like they're gonna be like, "Hey, Elon, if we give you like $2 million to push this vaccine, would you push this vaccine?" I don't think he would.
Yeah, you never know. Elon does stupid
I don't
things
know.
and says stupid things.
He is, he could be stupid. I don't really know, but I'm just saying. At least it's not like somebody who's like, ooh, if I could just get my hands on $2 million, my life would be so much different. For him, it would be like, yeah, $2 million? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I just don't fully trust him.
No, I mean, I don't know enough about him, so I don't trust him either.
Yeah.
But my point is that if you're rich enough, maybe paradoxically you would make a better or at least you could, in a sense that it's just removing it is potentially removing that greed factor of, for people who start off with like little to nothing, who get rich because of the bribes they make through their political careers.
Yeah. But, well, yeah, exactly. If somebody was like,
thank you, Paul,
acting like a politician since high school, like, I'm going to go into politics. That is an asshole you should never trust.
Yeah.
If they've been doing that since high school or they came from a family of career politicians,
yeah,
do not vote for them.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Yep.
That's an asshole who was trained to lie to you from birth. All right? That's an asshole who chooses a career path in which they get to lie to people and get away with it. Don't trust that one.
Yeah.
Don't care how nice their smile is or what's between their fucking legs.
Yep.
Or if you do or do not have a crush on them. Don't vote for career politicians. People who fucking made a goal of it in their life to become a politician.
Yep.
That's somebody you should fear. Because they've been practicing this shtick for a while. And that's dangerous. You want somebody who, when they fuck up, it's an organic fuck up. They did it because they didn't know better. That's an okay thing. That's human. It is human to err. That's fine. You know? Career politicians do it on purpose. Because they were paid to do it.
By the way, Chronic Abundance Nicholas has an interesting comment here. Oh, interesting. I heard a rumor that the Bush funeral, I think it means at the Bush funeral, Bush, seen George W. Bush, those envelopes, they said, quote, "They know everything, George W. Bush.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I would give it
P.S. He's alive. Wait. P.S. He's alive. Unquote.
I would give anything to see what was on one of those cards because when Hillary looked at it and scowled, it just made me so curious as to what it said.
I don't know about this. Okay, wait. I don't know about this. So, okay, we're talking about George Herbert Walker Bush, the older Bush president. He died, and at the funeral, people were handed envelopes.
People were handed the funeral pamphlets. Now, those were like little books that came in folders.
Okay.
All right, pretty good size folder. Well, in some of these little booklets, an envelope had been placed. Not everybody's booklet got one. That's why when Hillary's fell out, and then she picked it up, she was like, "What is this?" And she asked the person next to them, "Did you get one?" And they shook their head no.
Huh.
And then she opened it and scowled and then put it away.
Really?
So whatever it said, I don't know what it said, but whatever it said was good enough to put a sour face on her fucking ugly ass head.
Cool.
And so I am extremely curious as to what it said.
Oh man, I really want to know.
I don't know. Like, there's no real clear angle of the inside of it, but
yeah,
it's pretty good. I think it was Hillary who dropped hers. It could have been Jill Biden that dropped hers.
Okay, but it was Hillary who made the face?
Yeah, Hillary did scowl and then shoved it back into her little booklet.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like the funeral itinerary, plus like well-wisher messages and things like that. Some funerals, rich people, and sometimes middle-class people, they do that.
Yeah.
It's like a fancy thing that they like to do.
Yeah.
And so that's what everybody had in their hands, but not everybody got that envelope. It was only certain people. And when they looked at it, some of them did. They looked around kind of confused. And I believe it was Hillary that asked the person next to her, "Did you get one?" And they shook their head no.
Okay.
You know?
By the way, folks, has anybody out there been following that trial? It seems like it's a flop. I mean, it just seems like well, but part of the thing is that the FBI fucking lost a lot of the fucking evidence. Lost, quote unquote.
They don't lose shit, okay? They burn it. They shred it.
Yeah.
And they hide it. That's what they do.
They
don't lose shit.
Yeah, I think they kept it for themselves, by the way.
Who knows? They probably in my opinion, they probably destroyed the worst part of it because they got paid by politicians to, keep it hush-hush on who was sticking their, prick in places they shouldn't be sticking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicholas is saying to you, Tabby, not everyone got them. Yes, exactly. Tabby had it. That's why they were so shocked. Only traitors got them. Their faces were priceless. So it's more than one face. He's saying, laughing my ass off. It's worth a watch. The gunner's wife, YTCH has it best. I know.
Like whatever was on those envelopes is fucking priceless. I don't know what it is, but it must have been priceless.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, was Jeffrey Epstein collecting dirt on people? It seemed like it. It seemed like it was a sort of a mini industry for him. But the thing is, it's like he was...
There's no reason to really do that on this massive of a scale with politicians unless you're using it as blackmail later.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you're not using it as blackmail, that's because you're an idiot. I mean, you have fucking evidence of politicians doing very naughty things with children. That's something you use for blackmail.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. That's something you use. You know?
Yeah.
What, is he too ethical to do it? The dude fucking diddles children. No, he's not. He has no ethics whatsoever.
None.
Of course he's fucking blackmailing them with that shit.
Yeah.
That's just common sense.
Yep. And the thing is, we don't actually know if he's dead.
Yeah, we don't know.
And the same thing with friggin' Bin Laden, because Obama made the call to have supposedly have his body buried at sea. Give me a fucking break.
Oh, is it because it was something that the Muslims do as honor or some shit? It's like,
no, actually, that's the exact opposite. It's a dishonor.
Okay, because I thought it was something like that. I must have heard wrong. But either way, yeah, it's like, no. when somebody who you've blamed for hurting this country dies, you publicly air that execution, and then you cut the son of a bitch's head off, and you parade it around town on a fucking spike.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That way we all know it's true, the son of a bitch is dead, and we can all get our jollies looking at his fucking decapitated gob.
Yeah.
You know? Anything short of that, and we're gonna suspect you lied.
Yep.
You know? Especially Obama, who fucking definitely is a giant goddamn liar.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick was trying to tell me YouTube. He was saying that the YouTube channel called The Gunner's Wife has the video.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
We should look at that. I'm sure it's funny as hell.
Yeah, it would take us a while though on air to look through and find it. But if anybody wants us to play it here on the air, or if you want to do us a favor, if you could find that, put a link in the description or in the chat. I'm sorry, in the chat. I'll play it. But I do hope you guys are all having a great Christmas. You know, like I was telling Tabby earlier that I do know what it's like to be alone on Christmas and be sad about it.
Yeah.
I also know what it's like to be alone, to not be alone on Christmas and to wish you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, Tabby does.
Yeah.
It's sad. We both do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ex was a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
I was dumb enough to stay around for as long as I did. It's something about fucking, you know, the hope that this has not all been wasted time, and so you keep putting up with the shit. You know?
It's an investment.
Yeah, and so you just one day finally wake up and you go, I'm a fucking idiot. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But no shit. I once had a Christmas with that asshole where he fucking got angry because the gifts I got him weren't good enough to his standard.
You kidding me?
Nope.
Well, that's...
His exact words are, if you're not going to put any real effort into it, which, dude, fuck you. You know, I put a lot of effort into my gifts. Just ask my goddamn husband. I go above and beyond to try and get the right thing. You know? So, yeah. But yeah, his words, if you're not going to put much effort into it, just don't do it. And it's like, well, fine, I'll save my fucking hard-earned money, bitch. I'm a waitress. I bought this crap with my tips. You know how hard it is to get tips?
Yeah.
Some people don't want to part with a dime. You
I
have to
know.
really work it. Like I became like car salesman level of smile and appeal just to get tips.
Yeah, that's sad. Especially when the economy's not so great, you know, at the end of Obama's era there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or during. Well, I got... Oh, hold on. Oh, God. Okay, I think a few times so far, Noble Savage has mentioned, I can't believe my fellow Australians are pushing MAGA. Okay. Well, do you want to tell us why you can't believe the Australians are pushing MAGA? By the way, you're saying Australians are pushing Make America Great Again? Or do you mean Make Australia Great Again? I hope you mean Make Australia Great Again. And if so, why is it that you can't believe that? Please explain. And I know, okay, I could see Noble Savage has said that they're not into the left-right paradigm. They have already expressed some criticism and some praise of Trump, so we know this person's not all black and white, at least. But anyway, at least our understanding from here, from underground media, not mainstream media, and not Fox and all that stuff, our understanding is that Australia's mandates are really harsh, and that even though there have been some protests against it and whatnot, it has not been enough, and that the draconian measures are just getting worse and worse. And I think that has a lot to do with the will of the Communist Chinese Party. I think that they have targeted Australia intentionally in a number of different ways, and they're trying to win through various means. It's a warm war, not a cold war. It's a death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing by a paper tiger, and they're winning through various means.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Bill Gates is applying the same tactics that China did to destroy Australia. He's bought up a lot of farmland that contains the main river sources. Luckily for where we live, he can't get this one. So we still will have water even if he dams up everything else.
Yeah.
Because that's their whole thing. They dam it up so that they can squeeze the farmers out, and then they replace the farmers with their own people. And these people don't know what the fuck they're doing, and are very liable to just put fucking poisonous chemicals in your plants that you then eat and die of cancer from. China and Australia. That's why you had all those farmers going through extreme droughts and shit, and they're like, our animals are dying, we need the water. China fucking put dams on those rivers.
Yep.
You couldn't get the water.
So Noble Savage is saying that they're flying Trump flags at freedom rallies, presumably in Australia. So that's great. I mean, you know, I'm not anti-Trump, by the way, just because he said that stuff about the vaccine. I will say fuck him for saying that.
Yeah, like I said, he's a human, so he's gonna do stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know,
And
he's not a career politician here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a little out of touch, buddy.
Yeah. But
Trump.
At least it's an organic fuck up.
I hope so. Anyway.
That's my take. Is it's probably an organic fuck up.
Yeah.
But hopefully he learns and stops doing that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, not everybody's gonna be forgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, there has been some massive protests in Australia. I've tried to put some of that on my channel. It's just there's just so much stuff out there. I wish I had more time. You know, if I had a staff of 12 people or so, that'd be great. Because then what I would do is I would tell so and so, you know, do you know that this happened? You know, you think you could write up about this and put that out, and you know.
Yeah, y'all need to go a little road warrior over there.
Yeah.
You know, implement. You know, like. Let's just emulate Mad Max, all right? You take from me, I'll take everything from you. There you go. You know?
Yeah.
Just apply it to your politicians, the paid-for fucking scoundrels.
Yep. And yes, Nicholas Kronik, it is a hostile takeover, and if they could, they would take over the whole world, China, the CCP. It is a hostile thing, but they're also doing it in a very cowardly way. Rather than declaring war or really being honest about their aggressions, they're like, we're not doing anything. The Wuhan virus wasn't us. We didn't do this. We didn't do that.
By the way, if China owns everything and destroys all competition, which is their ultimate goal,
yeah,
that'll only give them success for a handful of years before they realize the biggest joke of all. Without healthy competition, there is nothing.
Yeah.
Because people stop trying.
Right.
No one invents, no one cares to do anything, no one fucking wants to do anything. So everything just comes falling down like a cake that was built way too tall with no, support rods put in it. It just kind of fucking starts teetering, and then it falls over and you have a big old mess on your hands. And guess what? None of us want to help you fucking clean it up. You know? So it's like, that's what's wrong with authoritarians. They want to own the entire map.
Yeah.
If you own the whole map, you'll destroy it and yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because there will be no competition. Humans thrive on that one goddamn thing. Competition. It is what literally makes the world go round.
Yeah, without competition, you're kind of like a person who stays in bed. Mm-hmm. You're just going to waste away.
Like, what's the point? I'm not competing against anything. I have no fucking reason to do anything. Like, even at work and jobs, you're competing for the next raise, are you not?
Yep.
So that means you're competing against your fellow employees to outdo them. Now, if they remove raises, no one really fucking tries. This has been seen in a lot of job environments where raises are not a thing, or when there's a raise cap, when you can't get another one. So you get to the top, and then you stop. And you stop trying. Because what's the point? You know?
Yeah.
I was literally in a job where I hit the fucking top, and he's like, don't ask for a raise, this is as high as they go.
Right,
and then I went and found a better job.
Right, I mean, how could you not?
It's
When
like,
somebody's going to be like that.
You want me to let me get it straight. You want me to keep working at the effective level that I have been working for nothing?
Yeah.
No bonus, no raise, no reason to fucking try. Well, I went and got me another different job. You know, where I could make a shitload.
Yep.
And that's what we did. And then we
Yep.
went and bought a house.
And, you know, the more we hustle, the more we got paid.
Yeah. It's like competition is what makes the world good.
Yep.
Only communists are like, no, people shouldn't have to compete. That's wrong. Because in competing, they don't get to spend more time with their children. Bullshit. If you didn't fucking let politicians rank up the prices on everything so that they can make more money, thus competing with your dumbass, you know, then you probably wouldn't have to work as hard and you could spend more time with your families. But we keep electing politicians that want to raise property tax, food tax, tax on water and electricity. This is what they do. Why? Because they put their greedy little hand in that till and they take some of the money every time they do it.
Yep.
And then they go buy something big, or they store it away like a fucking demented little squirrel so that their kids don't have to worry. Meanwhile, your kids have nothing because it's in their kids' pockets. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you need to learn who you're electing. Is it somebody who's like, let's change everything and tax more? Don't vote for that person. If they've ever put the fucking words in their mouth, higher taxes aren't that bad, that's somebody you ostracize, not somebody you vote for.
Yep.
You know? If they talk about how you as a citizen could do more, but they have 4 mansions, that's also somebody you don't vote for.
Yeah, like...
It's like, you don't need a house that big. If there's starving people and you're paid to fucking deal with that problem, your house should not be that big.
Yeah.
You know?
Indeed.
Like, you gotta break it down and really fucking scrutinize these assholes. And it doesn't matter if they're Democrat, Republican, or Free Party.
Heck yeah.
They can all be corrupt assholes.
Yeah, I
Because
mean...
they're all trying to get the ring of power.
Yeah.
You know, they're little precious.
Yeah.
And that's a scary thing. Somebody who wants to be a politician is always a scary thing.
Yeah. Never give power to those who want it.
It's like, I've been tempted to jump in that arena, not because I want to, but because I'm tired of this shit, but then I would end up hating myself. So I'm like,
Yeah.
nah.
Right. I know.
I'd rather not.
Yep.
I don't want that kind of responsibility. Because that's what it is. And if you don't see it as a massive responsibility, you're one of the assholes that should not ever be voted in. You know?
Yep.
Because it is a massive fucking responsibility. And you will definitely make a decision that costs somebody their life. Livelihood, family, car, or house. And that's a pill you have to be willing to swallow. I'm not willing to do that.
Yep.
Because I'll hate myself for making that decision, knowing full well somebody would suffer because of it.
Risk is a video game too. Well, I guess everything's a video game. I used to play Risk with my family. Somebody's Nicholas is commenting left my ass off. Haven't any of these politicians ever played the video game Risk or Real Politics? Laughing my ass off. It's hard enough to win and control the map, and they want that as a job.
Yeah.
Oof. LOL.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
choosing to have that as their job. That just shows their level of greed.
Yeah.
Because in that job, they have ample opportunity to steal and lie. And they like doing those two things.
Yep.
They get off on it. I mean, hell, just look at the Bidens. They've been doing this for a long time.
Ooh, yeah.
They enjoy it.
Yeah.
Him and his hoe.
Taxation is theft, but it's funny. Commies say property is theft, and then those two commies tried to sue Andy Ngo for sharing intellectual property.
Yeah, I love how the left always called Trump's wife a whore, but then Biden's wife is literally a whore.
Yeah.
The vice president is literally a whore.
Yep.
Why is his wife a whore? Well, she was fucking a married man, whose then wife quickly died after. Isn't that weird?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just died.
It's almost as weird as Kevin Spacey's the last or how many people that tried to come out against Kevin Spacey ending up dead.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. It happens.
Now, what does the logic center of your brain say there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's probably the truth. You know, a lot of these assholes, they're like, Critical thinking is Nazi and traitorous behavior for one fucking reason. Because critical thinking takes your fucking logic center in order to do. And the logic part of your brain usually sees what puzzle piece fits where very, very clearly. So if that part of your brain is screaming something that everybody is saying is false, you're probably right. Yeah?
Yeah.
Go with that. Research toward that.
Yeah.
And you'll probably find some serious truth. That's why they're all mad. It's like, people think too much over this COVID stuff. God, that's just un-American. No, baby. That is the most American thing you can do, is use your fucking logic center of your goddamn brain. It is the reason you were born with one.
Yep.
It was not so that you could sit there and tell it to shut up.
Indeed.
Shut up, the dude in the suit is talking. Yeah, no, that's not what you're supposed to do today. If it's telling you the guy in the suit is fucking lying, then the guy in the suit is fucking lying.
Yeah.
Now figure out why that part of your brain keeps telling you that.
Yeah, by the way, if a politician's talking, probably lying.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys, you got any funny Christmas stories? Any funny Christmas stories to tell us? Because I'm trying to make conversation. I think.
We need to take the gifts downstairs here in a while.
Yeah, we should do Christmas stuff, and I do have to go to the bathroom, and I need some coffee. I had some eggnog, baby. You know the eggnog we got to that goes good with the Fireball whiskey. Had a little bit of that.
Yeah, it's a specific brand of eggnog, and it's tailored to go with the
Fire.
Fireball.
Yeah, it's a Fireball brand. Yeah.
But even if you don't put the Fireball in it, it has a particular kind of spice in there.
Oh yeah.
That just kicks up the eggnog a little degree, and it's just so much better than other eggnog.
Yeah, it's good. I like it better. Yeah.
You know, it's just so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I can only get it once a year. You know, around Christmas time, and everybody buys it out, and it's like so frustrating because it's the only good eggnog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to steal a recipe somehow and just make it myself. Because I would drink that shit year round if I could.
Really?
I would. I'd be one of those weird people in the middle of the summer with a glass of eggnog going, what? Fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put some, you want me to put ice in it? Fine, I'll ice it. You know, that's cold eggnog. What the
Yeah, I was thinking it actually might taste good warm, too.
Yeah. Well, because eggnog is actually designed to be drunk at room temperature. That's why you usually see it in punch bowls.
Yeah.
You know, so it's meant to be at room temperature, but it tastes good cold, too. With a little ice in there.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, like, when I was younger, sometimes my family members would warm it up. So it would be more of like a hot cocoa kind of temperature.
I can see that. I mean, I wouldn't change the flavor of it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just slightly above room temperature anyway, so.
Yeah, I don't mean like hot, but warm.
Yeah, like warm. So
Yeah.
just above room temperature.
Right.
But yeah.
Hot Retarded Chick says he was told that Tulsi Gabbard was stranded at the airport. You mean like today in holiday traveling, you know?
Yeah, that's another one I don't trust.
Tulsi, you don't trust? Yeah, well, I mean, she does. Well, you go ahead. You tell.
I don't. The first thing that made me not trust her is the fact that when she's around an elder crowd, a crowd of, you know, middle-aged and up, she shows her gray streak in her hair.
Yeah.
When she's talking to the youth, she hides it. That's showing two faces. All right? You want to appeal to two different crowds, and you really shouldn't be hiding anything about yourself. So even if you can hide something so small as the gray streak in your hair, which there's nothing wrong with that streak, it's a distrustful thing to do. It means that you are fully aware that these people will see you as yourself and possibly not like you. It's also showing that you think that the people who are middle-aged and older who have gray hair will find you more appealing if you show what is natural about you.
Yeah.
This is what snakes do.
Yeah.
Also, she's all on the whole, you know, maybe we should limit guns and socialism isn't that bad. Like, listen, go fuck yourself. Just because you want to be a dictator without a dick does not mean I should trust you. You know?
Yep.
She's like she's a Bud Light version of fucking Bernie Sanders.
Dusty.
Who only pretended to go fucking commuter planes because he was running for president.
Yeah.
He flies private jet, everybody. He was only doing that for photo ops. So people would think that he's not as bad as the other dudes who are constantly flying around in goddamn personal jets.
Yep.
He has his own. He flies in it. He's only doing that for appeal.
Yep.
Which is a sign of a snake. If you can look at them and you see them doing something that's contrary to what they usually do, that's a snake. It's just changing its skins.
Oh, hot retarded chicks. You're right. I can't read. I read that wrong, Tabby. It's he actually commented, or she maybe. I told Tulsi Gabbard I was stranded at the airport.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Huh.
Why'd you get stranded? Well, I can guess, but yeah.
Or why did you tell, or how? Anyway, Dusty comments that his stepmom got drunk and threw the Christmas tree down on the floor last night in front of everyone in a fit. Went over like a wet fart. Little reference to what we read earlier. With the family over. Nicholas Jaeger, I only have a 2-ounce. Yeah. I only have a 2 ounce of this butterscotch whiskey, and I don't know if it's any good. LOL. Wine base from gas station to or foo are 99 cents for 99 cents. That or a shot of Jägermeister. Jägermeister.
Hell, a cheap wine. There's nothing wrong with cheap wine. You know why? Because there was a blind taste test that was done once on TV when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And they were trying to see if people could tell expensive wine from cheap wine.
Yeah.
Which one they would say was the best.
Yeah.
The cheapest wine in the entire fucking setup was the one that everybody chose as the high-priced wine because it tasted so good.
Yeah.
And you would buy it every day. It was the cheapest brand possible.
Oh.
Oh, excuse me. It was one step above box wine. Yeah. So, like, the name brand shit, it doesn't matter. The fucking cereal that comes in the bag is the same cereal that comes in the box. It's just the slightly irregular pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Indeed.
And I mean, I've tasted shitty wines that have fucking been saying that they've been in production since the 1800s. And it's like, well, you've been making shitty wine since the 1800s, haven't you?
Yeah. Yes, hot retarded chicks, I do need glasses, but let me tell you something. My glasses were getting old and scratched up, and it was getting pretty bad. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it was like spring of 2020 or something like that. I went to get new glasses at the local place, and they're like, you need a mask to come in and blah, blah, blah. You know? And I'm not going to fucking do that. Just not going to do it. Not gonna do it. But then I noticed that with the glasses that I did have, even if I was looking through the little spots where it's not scratched, it's pretty much the same thing whether I have glasses on or off.
Yeah,
So I said, fuck it. Took my glasses off. Never put it back on again. Okay.
I'm such a bad influence on you. He didn't curse this much until after he met me.
That is true.
It's true. It's very true.
When Tabby first met me, I was like one of those like, oh, pooper scoopers kind of people. And, yeah.
I just let it out. It's like whatever my brain wants to say in regards to, a derogatory term. It's coming out that way.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm going to clean it up is if I know there's a child in the room. And that's because the little ears don't need to hear that.
Yep. Yeah.
But grown-ass ears, they can hear it. They've got the ability to understand.
Yeah. That's true. And for a while there, Tabby and I were living with two other people, two other people roughly around our age, and, yeah. What happened to the January 6th podcast? Okay, yeah. You mean, what? No, I don't know what you mean. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it wasn't a podcast. It was, if you're talking about my video that was talking about the Antifas being at the Capitol on January 6, 2021, then what happened is I uploaded it to YouTube so that it automatically uploads it to Odyssey and BitChute. Then I set it to private on YouTube because I really, YouTube doesn't deserve it. With the exception of live streams, which I can only do on YouTube unless I want to pay money. If we have a video to put out, we don't put it out on YouTube because YouTube censors us really, really badly. We want to make it so that, look, if you really want to see our videos other than live streams, you're going to have to see it on either BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, or Brighteon, and then Truth Social when that finally launches. And, maybe if I ever get around to it, Dailymotion, Foxhole is there. But, for the most part, BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, and Brighteon is where you could see our video. And usually when we do live streams, I record them, and then later on I add things to them to make it more interesting. I cut off any of the parts that were sounded bad, and, I clean it up, make it look better. And then I upload that everywhere but freaking YouTube. Yeah, because screw YouTube. YouTube is abusive. Look, YouTube is getting millions of views from my channel, okay? I have a video that is almost at 10 million views. And then there's another 5 million on top of that for my other videos. And YouTube is getting I don't give a shit. That's not why we do it. But YouTube is abusive. Now, what I do mind that YouTube does, well, on principle, I mind that they do that. But practically speaking, what I mind is not that. It's that they throttle the channel. It's that they don't tell my subscribers I have new videos. It's that when people search for things, mine doesn't come up in the search results fairly.
Yeah, there's a price for telling the truth. And not
Yeah.
everybody's willing to pay that price.
Yeah.
But it's a price you'll have to pay.
Yeah.
If you tell the truth all the time, some people will love you for it and other people will hate you for it.
Yep. So, I mean, I don't like the fact that I'm live streaming on YouTube right now, but I do want to live stream, and unless I want to pay for it, it's the only place I can live stream, at least for now. At a certain point, that's going to change with other platforms, and when I reach a certain level and all that kind of blah, 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 blah. But you know what? I'm happier with a dozen views on some alternative platform than 12 million views here on YouTube because, well, and it's not just me. It's not just the treatment of me. When I talk about myself, what I'm really talking about is all other people that they deem to be wrong thinkers as well. So, you guys probably know more famously Sargon of Akkad, Lauren Southern, Stefan Molyneux, the InfoWars people, Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, on and on and on. If they haven't been banned, they've been throttled and treated badly. And it's fucking bullshit. Bullshit. I meant bullshit. I was reading.
Bullshit and bullshit too. So.
Yeah, I was reading Noble Savage's comment where it says BitChute while I tried to say bullshit and it came out mixed. Yeah. Other platforms like BitChute won't load for you. Well, that's Australia for you. Yeah. See, sometimes I put out videos and even on YouTube, and sometimes YouTube will be like, by the way, your video's banned in like Australia and some fucked up Middle East country. Yeah. It's fucked up, dude. Your country is fucked.
Yeah, ours is not far behind, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it won't stop until we fucking make it stop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thank you,
but
Daniel.
You may not work 100% of the time. You may not make it stop that way.
Yeah.
Begging and pleading won't make it stop.
No.
Hoping that they'll have a soul one day is definitely not going to work because they're soulless assholes.
Yeah.
It's like eventually there's but one thing that will make it stop. And we all know what that one thing is. Yeah?
Yep.
It's the God's honest truth. Yeah, and it's just a matter of when people reach that breaking point. America found that breaking point at one point, and we fucking kicked the shit out of the king for it.
Yep.
Because everybody's got that point. And at that time, everybody will stand up and be very, very angry together and do something about it.
Yep.
And I'm just waiting until that happens, because that'll be the happiest fucking time.
Yep. YouTube is owned by Google, and we all know Google's politics, and YouTube goes along with those politics, and it's bullshit. Now, BitChute is a UK-based company, so I'm a little worried about that. I don't know if that's going to last forever because we know about UK politics. Then you got Brighteon, which is French, and France isn't so great on maintaining their freedom either. So that's a worry, but I have not once have I had any trouble from Brighteon. Whereas, say, with Rumble, I have. with Rumble, they've deleted 2 of my videos. It was the Ashley Babbitt being murdered incident. And even though other people can play it on fucking TV, I apparently can't upload that to YouTube, to Rumble. Yeah, makes sense. And what did I leave out? Brighteon. Oh, and Odyssey I'm happy with so far. Yeah, as far as I can tell, they have an attitude. And it's an attitude I like. It's a truth-trolling, fuck censorship kind of attitude. And I like that. And it's not just empty, because at least I hope it's not just empty. So far, they haven't censored anything from me. I've got no problems with them. You know, a little bit of technical problem. I don't like the fact that Odyssey doesn't let you upload high-definition video. You kind of have to make a whole other video for Odyssey, and you have to make it lower quality, which means that some things are not going to be so very clear, and some of the work I do involves on the clearest possible picture of certain details, you know, security camera footage of people getting shot, for example. You can't really, it's not so good to make that a lower visual quality. It's a bad thing. But still, I like Odyssey, and I think that's probably not by their choice. It's just when they'll get bigger and they'll make that better. Lancer737, thanks for being with us again. I feel like it buffers only when I type in the chat. Huh. Weird. Daniel, Alexander Ocasio, Occasional Cortex, is an adult film star. No. But that's funny. Gross. Yeah, she's the Black and Decker Pecker Wrecker in porn. So, sorry. Anyway, well, that's when she had braces.
Yeah, not trying to be mean to chicks with braces, but you gotta be careful when you have braces, honey. Not all activities are suggestible at this point, and you have to wait.
Right. Although if you're a guy, sometimes you get lucky and the girl gets her braces caught on your pubes and she gets stuck down there for a little while. And no, I'm kidding.
Well, at least she does. Hopefully, she doesn't do the zipper routine and get something else stuck. You know, it's like there's a little bit of loose skin on those things.
Yeah.
Especially underneath.
Yep.
You know, gotta be careful. Don't want to rip it off now.
Lancer737, sorry, a while ago you commented I just posted something and it looks like YouTube won't let you see it in the chat in regards to my first and second post. No, it's probably just that I haven't read it. I'm sorry. I don't know. Wait, what was it though? Buffering. Are you talking about the buffering part? Oh, I'm sorry. That was Dusty that wrote that. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean. Lancer737, I am only reposting this to see if it's removed by... No, I'm seeing it. I'm reading it. Also, you should be able to see that on the screen. I think I have it set up so that you can... Yeah. So... Oh, I didn't realize... Oh, God. Guys, I didn't realize... I'm sorry. How much of this I had cut off over here.
You did that because of the little kid's face.
Right, and then I haven't put it back. Yeah, that's another thing for YouTube. You can have kids on YouTube, right? But if they don't like your politics and you have one picture of a kid somewhere on YouTube, no, you can't have that.
There's literally videos that they damn well know pedophiles are watching, and they leave them up.
Yeah, but they're not wrong thinkers, so.
Of course not, because they're doing exactly what YouTube wants. You know, bullshit.
Lancer737, just trouble. Looks like 1/3 of my comments still show up. I don't know. Sorry, yeah. You know, it is bullshit if they're censoring you on purpose or something. That's really weird, but I don't think so. I don't think that it's worth.
You know, with YouTube, they have so many bots at work that it could literally just be striking comments and erasing them before they ever get put on the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of the bot era. It's not my fault. We just put a bot in there, and that one apparently took your comment. I'm so sorry that it took your comment away. Not my fault, though. That's the era of bot. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
They can literally say it's not my fault. When really it is, because you put the fucking bot in there, you assholes. It's definitely your fault. It didn't just magically grow from a fucking bot egg. No, you put it in the system.
I mean, oops, this bat virus just got out.
Oops, the one that Obama funded and Fauci helped design. That originally was designed here, but then was moved there when the laws changed to not allow gain of function shit.
Yep. Yeah, wonderful stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason they moved it to China.
Yeah.
The rules changed here,
Right.
and they couldn't do it here without getting in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
They fucking knew it. I'm surprised they even moved it, though, because they do a lot of shit that could get them in a lot of fucking trouble here. Like stealing an election.
Yes.
Blatantly.
Yeah.
Blatantly stealing an election. More than one. A presidential one, some
Sure.
governors, some mayors,
Yeah.
House seats, and Senate.
Yep.
You know?
It's wonderful,
You
isn't
name
it?
it, they've stolen that election.
Yep.
Lovely. Lovely. And we all know it happened, but yet... Still haven't done anything about it. Amazing. We're still expecting the judges to do the right thing. We're at that phase of stupidity.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the judges will actually, grow a heart? No. They've got a bank account full of many, many, many reasons not to have a heart. Yeah. It's the truth of it. Stop looking to them to do the right thing. They're not going to.
Never.
They will not do it. There's too much money in their account for them to do it.
Yeah.
You have to make them do it. By force. Understand?
All right. Well, it is time to go. We do have family and a life, and no, I'm sorry.
We love you all, but Christmas is calling.
Yeah, we got stuff to do.
And all of that stuff.
It is not true that we have a life, though. That's totally a lie.
Nah.
No, it's serious. I'm serious, you know. But we like it this way. That's the thing. Tabby and I will readily admit that we're not cool people socially, and we love it.
Yeah, I'm like a house cat. I don't like sudden and unexpected changes in my environment, number one. And too many people trying to pet me can piss me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing I didn't tell you guys. With the people that we used to live with, I was talking about earlier, one of them got a little touchy-feely around Tabby a lot when she drank, which was often.
Let's put it this way. I've never been so sexually assaulted by a man that I can remember. Except for when I was a child, and we're not going to go into details there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was a chick who's a feminazi who says that all men suck and they only want sex. But she was more sexually assaulting than any man I've ever known. Except for that one time.
Except, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if she would actually think that. She was pretty sex positive for a feminist, but yeah. She was a hypocrite, that's for sure.
Extreme hypocrite.
Take care, Land 737, and thank you all. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Solstice, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Yule, Festivus, anything else, whatever it is.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
everybody, or whatever you celebrate.
Right?
Good for you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Hope Santa brings you everything you want. And the same thing for all your loved ones. You know, I hope you guys all have a great time. But I do have to go to the bathroom. I'm hungry. I could use some coffee, and we got a lot of stuff to do. So, love you all. Thank you very much. Now I got to end the stream. All right. Thanks for being with us. Merry Christmas. Happy also Happy New Year and everything else. Happy holiday, blah, blah, blah. Thanks. Bye.